I'm willing to bet when you clicked on this video, the thing you did not expect to see right away was a white priority box. Well, I decided that it's been a while since we talked Glyos on this channel, and a few cool things have come out, so there's a little bit of updating to do. But more importantly, I thought this time I would actually share one of the more fun aspects about buying from Glyos producers, which is opening up your order when it comes in. And that doesn't seem like much, but in this case, it's a little bit special. And then yeah, we've got another one where who knows what's inside of it. You'll see what I mean when we go over it. First off, inside this one is a brand new order from Nemo's factory. This is a Glyos toy that I did a full review of because I loved it so much. And after a 2.5-year hiatus, the AV robot is back, and I have never been so excited to open up a piece of little plastic. All right, so this one, I don't expect too much extra in it, but we'll go ahead and dump out and we'll just see what is contained. Whoa! Okay, didn't call that. All right, so what tumbled out? Ooh! Oh, we have like a little castle figurine. Okay, so this is part of a minifigure series that was kickstarted and done with the help of October Toys. That is awesome. He's like he's a living castle. Like he's got a big bug on the back. He's got a big bug on the back. Okay, see, that I didn't expect. So there, like right off the bat, we've already got a little bit of surprise coming to us. Because sometimes you never know what Glyos producers will sneak into a box when you are not paying attention. But oh, the pretty stuff. All right, so the AV robot. Now, the big deal to me about this guy was the fact that he had a whole bunch of design details based on AV equipment. So he's got a TV monitor for a head. He's got a spare head that is a camera. He has got another flat head as a speaker. He's made of AV equipment. Haha. And me, the video guy, means I absolutely love this. So, flat black plastic. Yeah, we've got this cool little kind of aperture science looking eyeball design on the TV itself. The TV head does have like a more normal-ish Cyclops robot head sculpted in too, so that's a clever double use. And then of course the camera head and all that's painted white as well. This is a very basic paint job, which I think is a good idea. And we'll go ahead and open up one of the other ones just so we can take a closer look at the one that is properly painted. Alright, so get this guy out. And he's done up in the metallic purple and super bright silver paint that has been so popular amongst Glyos producers lately. He looks so nice in these colors. All right, so as said, you know, if you're new to Glyos, which you shouldn't be if you clicked on this video, yeah, it's a universal peg and socket system that lets you rearrange parts however you wish. And the AV robot itself, I will admit, doesn't play as well with other Glyos toys as some of the others, but I think it makes up for it in just how much charm and detail it has. I mean, he is very much the junkyard robot. You can see by his little sneakers there. He's actually rocking a little bit more of a, like, these are the only feet I could find type of thing. You got exposed pistons in the sculpting, as well as a fully detailed spinal section, which more properly robotic, and a ton of exposed wires in the center. He very much looks like he's cobbled together with whatever he had around at the time. And yeah, we can go ahead and I'm going to swap in the camera head real quick just to see how that looks. Of course, it looks cool. All right, so yeah, and I like that it's minimally painted. I think the one fault of the AV robot's first release was how heavily painted it was, meant it was very expensive. And being a little bit cost prohibitive made it hard to venture into a brand new Glyos figure. I'm much more pleased with this. These are far less expensive than the first releases, and I think it's the right amount of paint to bring out some details. I'd put a little bit of paint here, somewhere in the lower sections, but that's just me. Just, you know, just to break up the purple down there a little bit. I really, really like this. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Here's the more proper speaker head. You can see the design detail there to actually give it a little bit of a speaker look to it. And that head has presented a lot of really cool opportunities for just interesting tapographing faces. Oh, I'm so happy to see it back. And that purple has been so fun to build with, so that does make me happy. Now, the big deal for this, for actually getting the AV robot back, is Nemo, and I'm going to go ahead and say it because there was a Kickstarter, so all of this is pretty out there and public. Nemo went through a house fire about 2.5 years back now that claimed most everything he owned, so I'm incredibly happy for him that he got back to the point where he could get back to producing his cool little junkyard robots. So I'm super happy that this release happened, and super excited for anything else that's coming out in the future. So I really want these to do well. Like, if you dig the design, if you dig how many options it has with the heads and everything, yeah, I'm going to leave a link in the description to the shop. These are pretty inexpensive for AV robots. It's 11 and 13. Yeah, just in case anyone wants to pick these up, because I really want these to do well for him, because the guy has come back from a lot. All right, so that is the brand new AV robot. I'm so excited. I need to figure out what to build with the purple, because I've got so many of those purple parts now. Go on forever about those. So the other box we're going to open up is a little bit bigger. Just a little bit. This is from Onell Design, because every month or month and a half or so, they put out a whole new wave, and Onell is the main company, so they've got a ton of toys. And not only was this one a really cool color scheme with the main color they use for the figures, but also the return of the build station, which for me is customized stuff. All the painted up Glyos figures that I've shown you guys over the years. This is material to do more. Now, I spent a bunch on this order. When you buy from Onell, there's always something snuck in that you didn't order. So I know most of what's in here, but there's going to be something else, and we're going to keep track of what I got that was not in the plan. So, yep. Newspaper out. This is typically not how I do this. I kind of do this a little bit more systematically, but we're just going to kind of unceremoniously dump, and we'll see everything I got. Man, that's a lot of white plastic in there. Okay. So first off, one thing that always is a freebie amongst Glyos orders from Onell, at least as far as new drops go, you get a translucent Craboth. Well, not a translucent. You get an unpainted Craboth that is in a brand new color that we haven't seen. Yeah, this is always a little stowaway for customers. Very pale, translucent pink, which typically gives you some kind of guess as to what future Craboths or future Glyos toys might end up looking like. So let's see the real stuff that I actually ordered. So 2 painted Craboths, translucent colors, kind of inverse of each other. Looks kind of neat, so we put those aside. Here's the bulk of something. You're going to notice a lot of duplicates. Flat white, flat white, flat white. The old build station stuff was all translucent. I'm thrilled that it is in like solid white plastic, because this is so much easier to paint. Oh, the paint takes to this so much better. Yeah, I'm very happy to see how much else is included here. Just to see that the build station is back. It's been understocked for a while, but also just ludicrous amount of white now to actually paint over. I'm going to go ahead and leave those, and let's see, 1, 2, 3 sets of the armor in the white. That's also for painting. And this guy, another, this is a Golion in all white. I've got a paint job all set for him in my brain that you guys would probably find a little bit familiar. I might show that off once I've got it going. Okay, so what's going on here? Well, okay, I get 2 extra switch pins, so that's fine. Look at that. I like solid colors like this. So this is a Gly armor. Gly armors come with a ton of parts because there's like 3 configurations for these guys. They're very versatile. Look at that. I like the negative color look he has to him. Got no, like, he's all monochrome. If a Glyos toy is a black and white movie, this would be him. See, and now that I'm clipping through, I'm starting to see, I actually do see what I got as a freebie. Hang on. I'll go ahead and show you the other one. This is the Evil Gly armor. So the highlight color of this drop was this kind of translucent cranberry color and the pink highlights. I like colors like this on Glyos because it looks so alien. It looks so just like menacing. And yeah, that white tampograph on the visor helps that a lot. It's a really ethereal look in person. That is a really cool design. It's just a really cool color. Like, I know the camera's not going to pick up on that as well as I would really hope it would. And you get a Buildman Mark II. This is a character named Sinar. And Sinar was supposed to be our hope. He was supposed to be, you know, like the evil bot reformatted. And nope, he's gone to the dark side of the Vilser. You're going to see Vilser here in a minute. So, yeah, I love the tampographics on the eyes. There's a little bit insectoid to it. Really dig that. And again, lots going on here. For anyone who doesn't know, like for anyone who's seen previous videos and finds Glyos a little bit unarticulated, yeah, this guy comes built in with access joints that actually gives him a lot more range of movement in the shoulders and the hips. So awesome. So he already has a little bit more jointage than your typical Glyos toy does. So that's a little bit more interesting. Oh, this is a creepy guy. Okay, so he's a lot of things put together in order to make that. There's access joint sets in there. Wow, that's a creepy head. So that's a oh, I can't remember what these are called because it's kind of a new design thing. Tiny feet, tiny little feet. I'm not gonna get him out of the bag just because I feel like he's gonna be all over the place if I attempt it. Here we go. The Vilser Menace. It's the latest form of the big bad of the Glyos universe, and again, he's in that translucent pink. There's just something about it, like, there's just something about this sculpt, for starters, that you just can't cast as a good guy. He looks evil, even if he is just in two-tone pink, but he looks really menacing. There's something just, like, super creepy about the color scheme. I really dig that. You know, and it does help that super creepy things come in, and that is the freebie. These aren't cheap figures, so to get another one of these is just like a here you go. Thanks for ordering. That's kind of awesome. Typically, larger orders come with a little bit more. Like, I'll be honest, I was kind of hoping as freebies go that I'd get a ton more of the stuff to paint, but I'm probably going to go back and order a few more because I've got ideas now. And we go ahead and get out the last guy. It's the Soul figure in a little bit of a different color scheme. He's got a ton of tampographs going on, though. So I'm glad that Fadens are back in style as far as Glyos goes, because that's the original mold, that's the original design. So I'm happy to see him back in the fold more often. I'm really happy that the paint is being pushed so heavily. Like this new, like the gray around the torso is a brand new paint mask. He's got tons of paint going on here, trying to keep the look interesting, because the guy's been getting produced for 10 years now. There's a lot of different Fadens out there. But yeah, that's a really interesting design. There's a lot going on to mentally unpack there. So as you can see, Glyos gets a little bit messy. There's a lot of bags and a ton of spare parts to everything, and things you don't expect are available in there. Here, I'm going to get a Kraboth open here just because. Kind of interesting. There's one Kraboth that was like doesn't share colors with anybody. That's kind of unusual. And I'm just gonna hang on. Let me see if this. There's a little bit of snap to the paint because these are kind of thrown straight in the bag from the factory, not really jostled around at all. No. There's a nice security to the joints sometimes like that. Okay, so that's pretty much how you unbox a Glyos order, and yeah, you never know what's inside, which is the fun part of these things. So yeah, a lot of these figures as I speak are still available over at Onell Design if you want to pick up an order yourself, if you dig the color scheme. And remember, it's all interchangeable, it's all interbuildable and playable. Do whatever you want with them, build whatever you want with them. That's the fun of it. And yes, if you are so inclined, please go support my buddy Nemo. The AB robots are really cool figures in and of themselves, and I'm really, really excited to see that those are back, and very eager to see what is in future installments for that series. So, that's a little bit of Glyos for you. We might do it a little bit more often. Might go back to the recap format. Don't know yet, but I don't know. I wanted to kind of do this for you guys. So stay tuned. This might not be the last time you see Glyos this week, but the next time you see it might be a very, very unexpected source.